Do you believe in heaven or the afterlife? You know the place I mean. We've been talking about it for a couple thousand years. Yeah, that's the place you have to die to get to. This is a place where consciousness survives and the soul continues to rest and grow, sometimes reflecting and sometimes working and living on between lives. Researchers into the metaphysical and traditional sciences say that consciousness can be seen as a slipstream of energy floating in waves around each one of us, and we can enter that stream with our subconscious minds. Remember, mediums and psychics have had the ability to enter these streams for hundreds of years, and researchers show that some are very accurate, about 80 or 95%. Meditators can also gain entry into the stream with accuracy, although I challenge them that they're operating with some psychic ability too. But what if I were to tell you that hypnotherapy can also consistently take us over that bridge, stepping past the gates of time? New studies show that not only is there evidence that the afterlife exists, but that the experience of communicating with the dead may be a distinctive mental state that is different than ordinary thinking or imagination. So what does that mean? Well, simply put, there's a place inside, like a channel or pathway, that leads to the afterlife. This isn't new. It's been reported by many spiritual thinkers over the years. And that stream of consciousness resides all around all around us in a frequency overlaid in space-time. Many who have lost loved ones can tell you that they know this to be true. They've merged with this stream, cracking open the door to the afterlife to get reassurance from a loved one. But I'm thinking more that the loved one pushed the door to get through so that they can reassure that loved one, because they're sensing their pain and suffering. More importantly, I'd say that another world exists somewhere outside our physical awareness. These are the near-death experiences which are showing rapidly that somewhere in time consciousness survives. In fact, there's been documented near-death experiences for over 40 or 50 years, and even though skeptics say near-death experiences are part of a dying brain. This dying brain, where chemical production during the last stages of life provides the effects that they remember. If this is true and the brain is dying and unconscious, then how can a near-death experiencer see imagery, hear conversations, and have discussions that are remembered, all with a dying brain? How can they know of and remember staff conversations? And if materialists believe that consciousness is a physical aspect of the brain, how does conscious awareness arise out of the functions of that dying brain? Especially when the dying brain registers no electrical activity. How is it possible? Let's take a look at the biological functions for a moment. Now, first, a body that's unconscious is in hypoxia. That means it doesn't have any oxygen. And it couldn't experience imagery of conversations or thinking because the body's unconscious at the time of their death. So what does that being unconscious mean? According to Webster's dictionary, to be unconscious means to not perceive at the level of awareness, or occurring below the level of conscious thought, or without conscious volition or intent. And my very favorite is not endowed with mental faculties. So how could a dying brain remember these ventures into the afterlife without mental faculties? Well, that remains to be seen.